Hey y'all, hey, happy Wednesday. Welcome to TKTV. It's me, Tracy Knight, your host, who puts the TK in TKTV. I hope everybody's having a great day. Can you tell? I'm exhausted. I went to work today. I worked out of the house. I was in the office today. It was a long day, but productive. Got some things done. Thanking God I got this job so that I can go to work and do this thing for. So I'm not complaining. I'm just really, really tired. But I hope you guys are having a week so far. We're halfway through it. If you've made it this far, you've got it for the rest of the week because this is the week before Thanksgiving, y'all. Put a pin in that, okay? We're gonna come back to that. It's time for the Ozempic update. I want some chip. Anyway, it's time for the Ozempic update. Now, I don't have a lot to report, okay? And I was going to do this a little later tonight as I was, getting unready. But, I just came in the house. I sat down. And I know that if I sit down too much longer without getting this out, it ain't going to happen today. And as this week gets closer and closer to Thanksgiving, oh no, when I say I got stuff to do, I got stuff to do. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell you what my week has been like. All right, I got on the scale on Sunday, which is my new weigh day, right? I'm at 222 even. That's what I started the last 3 or 4 weeks at, 222. I gained a couple pounds, then I lost a lot. So now I'm back where I started at 222. I have one more weigh-in before Thanksgiving that's going to go on my chart because my chart has, I don't know, I'm looking over there, about 5 weeks of, weigh-ins, and then it gives you the total, right? So I got one more week before I can see how much I've lost in the last few weeks, okay? I started at 222. Sunday I was at 222. My goal, y'all, pray for me. Pray with me, okay? Cross your fingers, your toes, your eyes if you need to, but that I make it into the 2 teens, the 219s and below, okay? 222. It's quite possible, especially with the way I've been eating this last week, at least the way I think I've been eating this last week. I know I've told you guys before, I have never had morning sickness, okay? Never. I've given birth. Never had morning sickness. Morning sickness for me was not the signal to say, could you be pregnant? None of that. That's a whole nother story. Okay. So I'm not really feeling this whole getting up in the morning, feeling nauseous. I'm not on that whole tea and cracker thing, whatever. But it is what it is. And for me, the nausea, I guess on a scale from 1 to 10 would be like a 4.5 or 5. On the days that I commute, because I got to get in my car, hit the pothole, boom, 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 stomach's going, boom. The bus, the train, these weird, funky smells out there. By the time I get to work, I need to sit for a few minutes, let the stomach settle down. I have been enjoying my new favorite ginger friend. Okay, and before I tell you who that is, if you haven't done so already, or if this is your first time here and you're like, oh my God, I love her. I love you too. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to reach out to as many people as possible because I think the old Ozempic world, us type 2 diabetics, we're going, number one, we got to stand together. And I think we still need to share the information. All that we know, we should share with others. And that's why I do this, because I care. So go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Anyway, my new favorite ginger thing is, I think it's Canada Dry, cranberry ginger ale. If you have not tried it, try it. It's delicious, and it helps calm that upset tummy. At least it does for me. Now I've had regular ginger ale. I like both Seagram's and Canada Dry. I'm an equal opportunity ginger ale drinker. Okay. But somebody gave me a cranberry ginger ale, and I was thinking, okay, I do like cranberry, especially cranberry sauce at Thanksgiving. Still got that pin in it. Cranberry juice. Okay. Maybe a little vodka cranberry every now and again. And then I saw, well, it can't help the ginger ale. Love it. I bought a case right over there. I've been taking one to work with me so that when I do have to go into DC and my stomach is doing this thing that's telling me if you don't do something or if you don't sit down, yeah, I said it, sit down, I'm bringing everything up. So I get to work and I sit down for a couple of hours because of the nausea lately. Again, it's not nothing major, but it's like I know one wrong turn and everything's coming up. So I have been eating my breakfast a little later. I get to work around 7 o'clock, 7:10. So I sit there for a good 45 minutes to an hour before I decide I want to put something on my stomach. Give my stomach time to settle. Pop the ginger ale if I need to, right? Which means I gotta wait on my coffee because I haven't even had coffee leaving here to get to work. Man, lives are in danger. That's the lives are in peril when I don't have my coffee. But I made it to work. I have my coffee later. I have my protein shake later and some fruit. If I'm gonna have breakfast, I'm having it a little later. Give my stomach time to settle, and I'm trying to get stuff like watermelon or fruit down because it has the most water in it. But it's been going okay. It's been doing okay. And like I said, I lost 0.8 pounds because I 222 this Sunday. I was 222.8 the Sunday before then. So I'm at 222 even. This Sunday is the one before Thanksgiving. If I have not been pushing it with exercise or whatever, I'm going to have to because y'all know what's coming up. Turkey Day. Now I ain't skinty. Okay, I ain't been skinty since before my first kid, and he's about 30 something. So I like to cook. I like to eat, but I cook, and I'm a fairly decent cook. Okay, I might not be able to stick my foot in it like my sister, but I still got you doing this kind of thing. Okay, so all of us, or most of us, will be either participating or surrounded by all this Thanksgiving shenanigans. Okay, so for me, I know I'm having my turkey, my stuffing, or dressing, depending on what part of the country you're from. Got to get some cranberry sauce. Got to get the rolls. I have some greens. I'm gonna make with that some macaroni and cheese from scratch, and yes, I can make that. What else? Oh, let's not forget my chitlins. If you're not a chitlin eater, I get you, but don't come for me because I'm gonna have mine. All right. So I got all the good foods coming. I don't do desserts. I mean, I do desserts, but I don't bake desserts. I'm not a baker. I can bake a cookie, muffin, and a cake. I can't do pies and cobblers, though I do want to try a peach cobbler this year. Something I really can't eat. Anyway, I know that the challenge is going to be real for a lot of us, including myself, for Thanksgiving. Hold on, y'all. My TV about to go off, and I don't need to go off. I just need it to be quiet. While we're doing this. But it's going to be a challenge for a lot of us that are, diabetic and on Ozempic. Yeah. I mean, all that food, and then you can only eat like this much. Ooh, okay. So I'm trying to get this weight off, or as much of it off, before Sunday when I get on that scale. And then I'll probably weigh myself again. I may do it Wednesday night. Or maybe Thursday morning. Just so I know before Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving. I don't know. We'll see. So I've lost some weight. The nausea is okay. I am exhausted every day now, and I'm not sleeping well. I'm not. I sleep for an hour here, and I'm back up. I'm looking at my clock almost every hour, hour and a half. Every hour, hour and a half. I did try the Sleepy Time tea, and I will say it does make you sleepy. And it will put you back to sleep. But I was still waking up. So is the exhaustion key to Ozempic? Maybe, maybe not. But I have been exhausted this past week. Not falling asleep at work. Remember, I snore a little bit, so I don't think that's a good thing. But I haven't had to use a 5-hour energy drink this past week or so. But I am tired. And I don't know if it's got something to do with daylight saving time. Somebody said it might be because when I wake up, it's dark. When I come home, it's dark. Go figure. Where's the daylight? Okay. And other than that, I feel fine. My knees, which were aching because of the weight, as I've lost, whether it's a pound, half pound, 0.8 pounds, that pain is a lot better. So I'm working with that. I'm walking a lot more. So I'm reaching my daily goal a lot more often. So, I mean, everything is doing its thing. The Ozempic is Ozemping. Okay, the food challenges that I've been meeting, Um, I've been doing good with that. People have been bringing in cakes and cookies and candy from leftover from Halloween and all that kind of stuff. And I have been able to say, you know what? That looks really good, but no. Simply because number one, I don't need to have it. I already know that if I eat something too sweet, I'll pay for it within the next 24 hours. I already know that. And then some of it just doesn't taste the same. It just doesn't taste the same. And if my Twinkies are not gonna taste like my Twinkies of old, I don't want a Twinkie. So I haven't had one in a while because they just don't taste the same. So is anybody else out there having that problem? Where your favorite foods that will taste good no matter what, no matter when, no matter who cooks it. Well, I don't say that because some people but you know what I'm saying. Your favorite foods are just not tasting the same. Raise your hand. Come on, let me count you. I see a few of you in the back. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. So why even bother buying it? And I think that's something that Ozempic is doing. They're not gonna buy it if they don't like it because it doesn't taste the same. Now, one of the biggest things I wanted to talk about is with the Ozempic and Mounjaro and Wegovy, as a matter of fact, is I watch a lot of TV. Yes, I scroll. I'm on my phone and everything, but lately the commercials are changing for Ozempic because now what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing and what I'm reading is that drug makers, I'm going to call them drug makers, but I don't mean like the ones you find on the corner at night in places you shouldn't be at night. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say drug makers, right? Right? Anyway, so drug makers are trying to come up with a new version of those top three prescriptions. To help, number one, keep stuff on the shelf because Ozempic is, going back in the back order. It's not in stock like it should be. And again, doctors I think they're sneaking in a way to still prescribe it off brand, meaning they're prescribing it to those who are not type 2 diabetics. And as I said 101 times, every time I do this video, and I'm going to say it 101 times again, every time I do this video, Wegovy is prescribed for weight loss, for those obese or medically obese people who need to lose weight to be healthier, better lives. Mounjaro and Ozempic are not, at least as of today. I believe they're in the background making that a change because with these new drugs coming down the street, they got to compete. But right now, Mounjaro and Ozempic is not prescribed for weight loss, okay? They are drugs, semaglutide, don't ask me because that was probably pronounced. But y'all know which one, if you're on Ozempic, you know which one I'm talking about, the GLP-1 drugs, okay? And these are prescribed to type 2 diabetics, not even the type 1s. Type 2 diabetics to help lower your A1C and your blood glucose levels, okay? And that's what the majority of us are taking it for. Now, one of the side benefits is that you can lose weight. But apparently, it's not for everybody because I just read something on one of the Facebook groups I'm in today where a guy says he's been on it for like a year. He's lost maybe 6 pounds. Now, his A1C gone down, his glucose levels gone down, but he hasn't lost any weight. Well, that's because that's not what it's for. It's not for weight loss, though people have experienced weight loss, some more than others. And I think those, and this is just my opinion, because I'm not a doctor, say it with me, nor do I play one on TV. I think that the non-diabetics who are using these drugs for weight loss, these drugs meaning Ozempic and Mounjaro specifically, they're losing weight. I mean, because it doesn't have the A1C to compete with. It doesn't have high glucose levels to compete with. So, for all the ways that we're losing weight, in addition to making those numbers go down as type 2 diabetics, they're getting all that they're getting the benefit of the weight loss without having to worry about the A1Cs and everything else like that. That's just my opinion. And it may be wrong, but that's just what I'm thinking. But there are drawbacks for those who are non-diabetic. The side effects are probably more intense. They are suffering from, pancreas issues, gastrointestinal issues, more so and more severe than those of us who are type 2 diabetic. Now, since I ain't no doctor and nor do I play one on TV, I don't know all the ins and outs of all that medicine stuff. But if you know, then you know. And then if you can blue collar it for me, put it in the comments. When I say blue collar, make it simple for me to understand. Okay? Use semi big words, because I'm fairly intelligent, but I don't need the medicinal dictionary to try to figure out what you're saying. So blue collar it for me. If you know what I'm trying to say it for me so that I can be able to say it back in a way that all of us can understand. Anyway, so a girlfriend of mine was telling me yesterday on a local radio station, they were talking about Mounjaro and Wegovy and some of the side effects and how it's affecting certain people in certain areas or certain demographics, if you will, cultures. And I'm not even going to go down that road, but they were saying that there needs to be more knowledge and understanding of how these drugs are working, a better understanding of what diabetes is and how we can combat the disease, whether you're type 1, type 2, without drugs. And I get that. If I could do it without the drug, I would definitely do it without the drug, because when it comes to my eating habits, I was so much happier as a type 2 diabetic who did not know that you could use drugs to do that. Okay, I just ate. But then again, I became a type 2 diabetic. You know what I'm saying? I can't have both. But they were talking about all those many, many things. And I agree with them to a certain extent. That I think there needs to be more education out there about the disease itself and other options that can be used to bring us back to a healthier level. Because some of us may have this until, God calls us home. But we want to, if you're going to be here, you want to live, right? So let's maintain a good, healthy lifestyle, good, healthy eating habits, exercise. I hate when I curse. But y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I've even tried to do a little bit. So it ain't a whole lot, so I ain't gonna lie and say it is, but I'm doing my best. As most of us are. But right now, there are options that we have at hand, the Ozempic, the Mounjaro. And the biggest problem that we're running into right now is, number one, the costs are going up. Insurances are now refusing to cover certain prescription levels of the drugs, even Mounjaro. But mostly Ozempic, because if you're on like 0.5, your prescription, your insurance company may not, pay for the 1 milligram. Or if you're at 1, they're not going to pay for the 2. So does that mean you stay at the 1, and is that going to help you? You know what I'm saying? That's something they're going to have to figure out. But please, please, please talk to your doctor to see what's best for you, and contact your insurance companies to see what you can do to make sure that you get your prescribed medicines, even though some of them might be on back order. Now with the Mounjaro, I did hear, I don't know where I heard it, and I meant to, and I'm going to start putting links in the video so y'all can see what I see. But since I do this from my phone, it's like I gotta remember what that link was. I'm gonna find a way to get it in there. In any case, they were talking about, making, prescribing Mounjaro for weight loss. Right now it's not, but this is something they're looking forward to. And I think that both Ozempic and Mounjaro are going to do that, because with the new drug that's coming out, and I read something somewhere, and I think it's the same GLP-1, the same semaglutide, okay? Again, forgive me for pronunciation, but I thought I said something with a Z, ZEPHOU, something or other, okay? Is what they're calling it, but it's the same type of drug as Ozempic and Mounjaro. It'll be cheaper. I guess it'll be easier to mass produce. And if it's cheaper, then guess what? They're going to bring down the prices for Mounjaro and Ozempic, because, they want to stay in the biz. And if you put this drug out there who's doing the same thing as Oz over here and Mo, I like that, Oz and Mo. Yeah, y'all know it's going to be a price war. So it may help us in the long run with this new drug, whether you switch to the new one or not. Maybe you might be forced to switch to the new one, because like I said, some insurance companies are refusing to cover certain levels or prescriptions of Ozempic and Mounjaro. So maybe this new drug that they're trying to put together may be another option. You never know. Some people are going from Ozempic to Mounjaro or Trulicity. Now my husband had been on Trulicity. I don't think he said he saw any weight loss, but I'm not sure he's even checked his A1C lately. So, and speaking of A1C, I talked to my new endocrinologist next Wednesday at 11 o'clock, a visual thing. I will have on hand, or will be able to send to her, my latest A1C test that I actually did with the little blood pricky thingy, and that's at 7.86. Now, when I started this journey, it was at 9 something, 9.1. So I'm at 7.86. I'm getting there. So hopefully, she'll say, yeah, it's not quite where we want it to be, and it isn't, because it should be under 7. But I don't want her to, I'm afraid, y'all, that she might bump me up to 2. I don't know if I want to be at 2, because if I'm already having my morning sickness with number 1, oh my God. But you know what? Whatever it takes to keep me here the longest, to be with my family and to do the things that I need to do that God has me in plan to. And it's all in his plan anyway. So we shall see. But that appointment is next Wednesday at 11 o'clock, the day before Thanksgiving. Now, do I have any suggestions on how to get past Thanksgiving and all that goodness? It's going to take discipline, and it's going to take willpower on the part of all of us. Okay? But if you're on your Ozempic and you're doing it right, you're not going to be able to eat a whole lot of it anyway. So try to reduce the amount that you're going to cook, because you know how we like to have those days of leftovers, Thursday, Friday. I like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. By Sunday, I'm pretty much done with it, okay? And especially if there is no cranberry sauce. When the cranberry sauce is gone, I'm done. But if you cook a smaller smorgasbord, then it won't last as long. You can't eat as much, and you shouldn't worry about it. And then walk it off. Just walk it off. At least that's what I'm planning on doing. Drop it in the comments. Tell me what you're planning on doing. If you haven't done it already, like, share, and subscribe. But tell me how you think you're going to be able to take on Thanksgiving, as an Ozempic person. If you have any plans, suggestions, ideas, throw them in the comments, because I ain't the only one that's going to see them. All the other subscribers are going to see it, okay? So share, because I know you care. I think that's about it. Like I said, I'm tired. I just got home. I got to find something to eat, because I didn't take anything out the freezer to cook, but I got a couple of salads up in there, so maybe I'll have a salad and some crackers. I've got some soup up there. I can have some soup and some crackers. Yes, I'm going to have my crackers. Okay. But I'm going to go find something to eat, and then I'm going to relax for the evening, because yes, I do work tomorrow, but I am teleworking. And I'm going to put in a walk tape so that I could walk while I'm working, because I'm determined to get these steps in, because I need to lose as much weight before Saturday, and every little ounce counts. So again, drop this in there. What are you doing to help with the weight loss? Because you know what? Ozempic isn't your gladiator. It's a tool that may or may not help you lose weight. Now, it's going to do the A1C thingy, and it's going to do the glucose monitoring thingy, but it's not guaranteed to make you lose weight. So what are you doing to help do that? I am trying to increase my step intake, reach my daily goals, which is 7,000 steps. I know it should be 10, but y'all better work with me. Don't come for me. I ain't there yet. Okay, but I'm closer to keeping up with the 7,000 steps every day. So what are you doing to help burn that energy, burn that fat, build your metabolism so that you can lose weight, in addition to lowering your A1C and your glucose levels? I want to know. Because I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what you're doing. Because if you don't tell me what you're doing, how am I going to know what you're doing? Okay? So, in the meantime, in between time, until I see you guys again, enjoy your week. If I don't see you before Thanksgiving, okay, because I do weigh in on Sunday. If I don't see you before Thanksgiving, have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy that day. Enjoy your family. Give thanks for all that you have, all that you are, and all that you're going to be, because you are going to be amazing. And I'll see you next time right here on TKTV. Love you much. Bye.